this weekend we're at Nathan Bedford Forrest State Park. So we're staying here and we're hitting two different state parks. We're exploring Nathan Bedford Forrest, and then we're going to head over to New Johnsonville State Park, which is literally just right across the lake. You can see it from where we are. It's just a day camp though, so we're staying here for the weekend, and there's nowhere to RV over there. So we're just going to drive over there actually today. And we've been here, we'll spend 3 days total here doing both parks. But over there is just like it's like an old Civil War fort, I believe. And I don't do a lot of research before I go to places. I like to do the research while I'm there. And we're gonna hike around there today and spend some time in New Johnsonville. And then we'll be back over here and maybe do some kayaking again this afternoon.
Are you gonna record the whole movie? That might be copyrighted.
Movie time. Sold out. We get a private showing.
Did you write this out for me?
Yeah, I got this special just for you.
The Civil War has been tearing America apart for well over 3 years. Waterways like the Tennessee River that once brought goods into the prosperous South now bring the invading Union Army of the North.
Little museum in the Interpretive Center after you watch the film. Living quarters. And then up this hill, you can kind of see the headstones. There's grave sites up there. So we're going to do the little red trail. Should be about a mile. There's little stops along the way that are all numbered. And then we'll do the cemetery loop. And then we'll do this blue trail, the railroad trail, kind of out to there. Are you so excited?
I am, but I only have this much water.
She's not going to make it, folks. How hot is it in Tennessee today?
Pretty warm. It wasn't supposed to be this warm. It's been a warm weekend.
Yeah. She's a Civil War scholar.
I am. I'm getting there. We've done a lot of forts lately.
So we watched the little film. It was great.
It's a good
I
film.
love coming to state parks that have a little film that teach you about it before you go. And then we usually just drive around first. We're hanging a right. And then we're gonna go on a little hike and hopefully read some signs that help us.
Does this mean they're buried together right here?
This is stop number 5. Kind of looks out over the lake.
Woodman of the world.
So there's a yellow trail and a red trail. We just came off the red trail. The yellow trail's called the Butterfly Trail. They junction here. We're gonna get back on the red trail. I'm covered in spider webs. I don't think anybody's hiked on this red trail since they made it in 1971 when the park was built. So far the stops that we've made have not been all that great.
Well, one was a bench.
One was numbered and it was just a bench. There's no sign that tells what anything is, so
And then
maybe
one was
these,
a gravestone.
we're coming up to the redoubt.
Maybe we're just on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, we're coming up on maybe the better part. All right, I take it back. I did find, if you have the map downloaded, or you have the map in your hand that they give you, they do tell you what the numbers mean. But there's no sign at the place. So make sure you have your map with you. So we're hiking up this hill to the upper redoubt fortification. It's a very steep hill. All right, so we're at the cemetery. And then this is over there, the upper redoubt. So it's an upper fort, and then there was a lower fort. What?
Oh my gosh, there's a spider in there.
Get it off!
I'm trying. Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that before.
Ah!
It had like a yellow body to it.
So that first place we stopped was the lower fort, and this is the upper fort. And then it was the U.S. Colored Troops of Johnsonville, and they built the railroad back to Nashville, which was supply lines. And then they guarded the railroad from here in Johnsonville. And then this goes up to the little fort and some rifle pits, powder magazine. Guess it was down underneath here. So there's earthworks all around up here. So that's the end of the red trail. So we looped all up in there. Now this is the cemetery, so you can see the grave sites. There's a little loop here. We'll do this real quick. So this is the cemetery loop. And they're starting to put in markers. And it goes all the way around this hill. There's people buried all around this hill. And you can see there's some original markers. And then around the backside we saw some original markers. Now we're gonna go hike on the railroad trail, which goes along the water. And we go out to the very point. Ooh, it's hot. Oh,
What?
you're being attacked by mayflies. So the bridge, this is the railroad. Used to come this way, and it would go over to that point, and that used to be the shore. Then they made the lake. All right, let's head back. One more Tennessee State Park checked off our list. So the visitor center at this state park, top notch. And you can tell they're doing a lot of improvement on the property. There's excavators everywhere. So I bet in a few years this park will be really nice. Like at the end of this trail, there's a little indention where they had the turn, where they would turn the train around to head back to Nashville. Plus you're right on the lake, so it's pretty.
Little did we know at this point, but we were infested with chiggers. There's lots of grass on the trails in this park, and the chiggers got us. They got us really bad.
We're gonna walk out on this. We were at Johnsonville State Park today, and this is the other side of where we were standing. Yep, Johnsonville. Earth and Levee went to that island, which we saw today, and then it turned on a wooden trestle and came across the barrier right there, which I'll go film next, and then it came over to here. Nashville, Chattanooga, St. Louis Railroad, 1867. So we were just standing there on the railroad. You can kind of see it. And it went this way. This was a wooden trestle bridge. Then it went on the earth levee, went over there, and right behind that is where we were standing today on that point. And then we were going to come up here on our kayaks yesterday. This is Eva Beach, part of Nathan Bedford Forrest State Park. And we were going to come up the shore to here, and I guess we would have been right around that point right up there. So that would have been, we wouldn't have made it. That's pretty far, because that's Fossil Point right there. But it was white capping, so we did not make it down here. We could be out there today. Look at this. Look how nice that is. It's like glass. Not like that yesterday.